Yo, people, welcome back to another stream. As you guys can see by the title, by the thumbnail, it's Premier League season predictions. Call it part 1 because tomorrow doing part 2 and 3 with a whole new list of guests. But today I'm joined with Brush, a United fan, big up. Yeah, you know him as the one that always comments popcorn emojis. So, yeah, big up, Brush.
Hey, thank you for having me on.
Yeah. And another guest, last minute guest. Didn't think I was going to have him on. Also United fan. Big up, Davey. Hello, hello.
Hello, thank you for having me. First off, it's a day by. Don't worry about it. Everyone messes it up. You're not the first.
Okay,
everyone messes it up, so don't worry about it. Secondly, thank you for having me on at such a short notice. I'm happy to be here. Happy to see that I can keep being a good influence and role model for all the youngsters watching my own channel. For that's kind of what I've started with in terms of my own channel. Apologies to waffle on, but that's when I see those older than me doing their own thing, it gives me the inspiration, and I'm happy I'm able to pass that down to those that are younger than myself. So now, happy to be here. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, it's a pleasure having both you two on. It's going to be interesting, but yeah. Davey, if you can, Davey, I need to get.
You'll get there in the end, Hannah.
Just put your like channel link and your Twitter or Instagram just in the private chat, and I can add it to the description.
All right. Well, first off, you can go and follow my own channel. Go subscribe to Premier League Primetime. For a lot of people have been subscribing to my own private Instagram. Please go and subscribe to Premier League Primetime. On Instagram, it's at PL Primetime. But go and subscribe to the channel. That's what that's what I'm here for. Let's get that subscriber count up. I just gave you the Instagram in the private chat.
Okay, yeah. But before we get into our predictions, of course, JPT says big up, and the Editor podcast says get 100 to 200. I've pinned that comment. So I believe if we can get to like 200, my aim is 200 by, what is it, 2 months from now, which is August, in October. That's my, to 200 in October. That's what I'm aiming for. Then David Lee, big up David, says evening all. Yeah, evening David, evening. And yeah, so there's only one place to start. 20th place. Davey, I will start off with you.
Are we just to make sure I know what we're doing and I'm not as clueless as Harry Maguire is throughout of all last season? Are we just basically predicting our own Premier League tables?
Yeah, just your own table.
Okay. If that's the case, then 20th, I'll say, because I did something like this on my channel yesterday where we did season predictions and we just went through different things. If we're starting from the bottom up, I'll say 20th. I'll just predict Bournemouth. It could be Fulham, probably one of those two, but I think Fulham's better than Bournemouth. But who knows? Anything can happen in football. So I'll say Bournemouth in 20th. But it really could be Fulham.
Brush.
It's a difficult one, like Dave I said. I mean, with the Premier League, it's so unpredictable, so very tight as well, in all sections. From about 8th to 15th is very hard to predict, and then in the lower half as well, there's teams that are going to be fighting it out. I agree with him. I'll probably go with Bournemouth, but like he said, anything can happen.
Yeah. You're both saying Bournemouth. Yeah, I'm going with Fulham in 20th. For me, um, just I'm just writing one's predictions down. Let me so we don't mess up on diction. David is also going with Bournemouth. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. I'm going with Fulham. I just think Bournemouth will do a bit better than Bournemouth. Uh, Bournemouth will do a bit better than Ful- uh, than Fulham. Yeah, let me just so yeah. Perry Sports says evening versus evening. Yeah, I know he's joining soon, so that's good. And we have a Aston Villa fan on, but you guys can get into your 19th place. Rush, you can start.
Um, hmm. I'll go with Fulham.
Okay. Deva, are you there?
Yes, so I agree. I will go Fulham as well.
Okay. And I'm going with Bournemouth, of course. So, yeah. David agreeing there with Fulham. Now, and yeah. 18th place. It's an interesting one. 18th place. It's one of the most tricky ones because you have like 4 teams contesting for it. Um, I will start off with my prediction. Many people might not think this team will go down, but for me, I got Leeds United. I've picked them to go down. I just think that they have been in the Prem for a while now, and what they lost, Rafinha gone, Phillips gone, Bamford is back from almost a season-long injury. Seems like so. Is he going to perform to the same level? I don't think so. So that's why I have gone with 18th Leeds United.
That's an interesting call there, Hannah. I agree with you. They've definitely lost their best player, but they have invested. Sinistra is a good player. He's come in. One or two Americans as well have come in. Arnson, he comes with a bit of a reputation.
Yes, Brendan Aronson from
Aronson, that's the one. Yeah. I don't know about Leeds. I was very tempted to go with Nottingham Forest as my 18th choice, but I mean, it's been 20 plus years since all the promoted teams went down, and one of them has to survive. So I'm gonna be rooting for Forest, but I'm gonna go with Southampton for my 18th.
Southampton.
Yeah, bit controversial. I mean, to be honest, I thought they would do really bad last season when they sold Yannick Vestergaard and Danny Ings, but they managed to survive. I just wonder how long they can keep going.
Yeah. Davey?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. That's definitely a good shout. Uh, I mean, for me, it's a mix between. I'll say, for me, it's a mix between Nottingham Forest, Everton, Southampton, and Leeds. It could be any one of those. I think all of those are in the mix. If I had to choose one, because what Brentford did last season, it's very difficult to replicate that. Um, how they hit the ground running right away, and they just kind of carry that momentum. So I'll say Leeds for now, but that could easily change. That could definitely change. But I'll say as of for actually no, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Southampton. I actually agree. I will go Southampton. It's actually an interesting one because Southampton were awful last season. They were absolutely dreadful last season. So because I think Leeds have invested so much money into that squad. It's between Leeds and Southampton, but I'll just edge it to Southampton for now. But it could easily change.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 teams that could quite easily finish 18th. A few of those will just be hoping there's 3 worse teams off than them themselves.
Yeah, that's true. But David has also gone for Leeds. Yeah, not
Who are you
that
going for?
controversial.
No, oh no, I'm going for Southampton.
Yeah. David says good choice. I think he means on Southampton. But yeah. Let now the team that just survives relegation, number 17. Who are we going?
I'm going to lock in Forest for that one.
Forest, okay. I'm going to lock in team that were down and out. People thought they were going to get relegated. For me, Everton. So it might shock people that I'm putting Everton that low. Davai?
I'll say Leeds.
Leeds, okay. Just get you 17. I've gone for Leeds. Okay. And then David says Southampton. Yeah, that's a good shout for. If you look, there's Leeds, Everton, Forest, Southampton, and you can throw in Brentford in the mix. That might take that 18th spot and be somewhere around 18th to 14th in that Southampton, Forest, Everton, Brentford, Leeds. They're all going to be around that at place. So yeah. So yeah, and 16th, I have gone for a team that Brush has already mentioned. I'm going with Nottingham Forest. So, but I'm putting them bet high. David also agrees.
I back that. I will go Forest as well.
Yeah. Okay. And Brush.
This is for 16th, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to go for Wolves.
That's a really interesting shout.
They've had a lot of departures and a real lack of investment. I heard recently that Jimenez is out injured as well. Fabio Silva's gone out on loan, and they haven't really got players. I think I can see them really struggling this season.
16th, I think it's a bit of a push, but
yeah, I mean it's a toss up really from about 16th going up to 12.
Many people might put him 11th to 10th, but I have put them in that 16th to 12th area also. 16th, I just think there is a few the worst teams than them. in 12 in above them where I've put him. But 15th, again, I'm going with a team that everyone has mentioned. Brush, David mentioned. It's Southampton. I'm going with them in 15th. So it might be a bit high for some people, but I just think they will end up in 15th. Brush?
I'm going Everton for my 15th, and that's being very generous.
I agree. You took the words out of my mouth. Yeah, Everton, 100%. They will finish 15th. I think Lampard will. I think with the signings they've made, obviously they're not amazing, but Tarkowski from Burnley is one of Burnley's best players. Dwight McNeil.
Those are both good additions. I did hear today though that Calvert-Lewin is injured. I don't know how long for, but
don't worry, they have Rondon. They have Rondon up front. Rondon.
Yeah, worrying times.
It is a worrying time being Everton fan. And here's the thing. I think they definitely need more investment. I think they need another midfielder, and I think Idrissa Gana is basically on his way in. Ruben Vinagre signed. Nathan Patterson. I still think they could use another center back, possibly, if they choose to play in this back three. Because for me, Michael Keane is Everton's Maguire. I'm not convinced. Yerry Mina's okay, but I don't think he's that. I don't think he's amazing.
He's so injury prone, isn't he, Yerry Mina?
I mean, unless if we're rating the dance moves. I mean, if we're rating the dance moves, then he's. I mean, then he's like Van Dijk level. But other than that, they're nowhere near like. Godfrey, good promising player, good young player, but he's hit or miss. Mason Holgate's inconsistent. So I think that along with Tarkowski, I think they could use another good center back. I think another midfielder, possibly another attacker, but I'd say the two main areas they need is a midfielder and probably a striker. I think they need to bring in someone, and this is one of the few times I will agree with ESPN FC and what Steven Nicol was saying. They need to bring in players that they know what they're getting. Richarlison, you knew what you were getting from Richarlison, and they lost Richarlison. And I think Everton need to bring in someone that they're proven quality. They need to bring in players that they know what they're getting. Just simple. They can't have players that are hit and miss and need a whole lot of time. They can't afford that because, for me, this whole Lampard project, it really is going. It's a huge gamble that Everton are going for. It's a huge gamble. So, and I think Everton stayed up because of players like Richarlison keeping them up. I don't think it was luck. It was luck due to Richarlison, but. Yeah, I think Everton will finish 15th comfortably. They'll be comfortably away from relegation, but not a good season again.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. For me, 15th for me is a bit too low because if you bet too high, sorry, not too low, but too high. They lost Richarlison. They got Lampard as a manager. I think all three of us and the chat can agree. He's not a top tier manager. He's not even a manager sometimes. Yeah.
Quick question. After our table predictions, are we going to go through possibly other things to predict? Maybe we predict, the dark horse to exceed expectations, the biggest disappointment in terms of teams this season, the first manager to be sacked, Golden Boot winner, player of the year, young player of the year. Props to make it a bit interesting.
I didn't think of that, but I might do that. And I don't know how to pronounce the user's name. New user, I haven't seen it in the chat. She's,
No.
or I think it's a she. Brighton, Everton, Brentford going down this season. Interesting predictions. Yeah, that's a real interesting one. Um, him going down. The shout.
We're on 14th, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, we're on 14th. I'm going with Brentford. Brentford. I'm going with them to in 14th. Yeah, Brush.
Yeah, same here, Hannah. I've got Brentford in 14th.
I agree with that.
Because looking at the table, I was like, I've still got Brentford to pick, and I can't really put them any higher. A lot of their season will depend on the form of Ivan Toney and the goalkeeper situation. I know they've got a new guy in there to give Raya competition, but I thought Raya was quite good last season. And
David Raya is a great goalkeeper.
And they really missed him when he was out injured. So I'm a bit surprised they brought in competition, but it'll be interesting to see who nails down the first team slot for goalkeeper there. But yeah, those two players for me are very important to them, and they hold the key to their season. And also, we know about the infamous second season syndrome as well. So I expect their form to dip somewhat.
Yeah, but I'm just going to. David said Wolves in 15th. David said Wolves. Yeah, that's a fair shout. Then we said Everton in 14th. Fair enough. Top 15 for Everton. Bobby says I'm out. If you don't know, I was on a stream with Bobby, and his two sons. I keep thinking he has three sons. Two sons. His sons were doing a show, and they had me erased loads of other, and I think another Tottenham fan on. And as the stream ended, I said, hashtag Bobby out, kids in. So that's the joke around that. Del Boy Gunner TV says, what's a crack on? Nothing really, just chilling. Hoping Chelsea can make some top quality signings and we don't get hijacked by Barcelona again. Yeah.
You never answered my question. What team do you support? Are you a Man United supporter? Or do you support someone else?
Me.
Yes.
Chelsea. Up to Chelsea.
You guys are. I'll save it for later. I'll save Chelsea for later. But anyways, 13th. Who are you saying for 13th?
15th. I'm going with Aston Villa. This might be a shock for some people.
I think there are a few teams that are in the running for me, because for me, Aston Villa is definitely one in the running. For me, it's between Aston Villa, Brighton, and Leicester.
Yeah.
Those three will take my 13th, 12th, and 11th. One could say Wolves in there, but for now, I'll say Brighton.
Right.
Actually, no. I'll say Aston Villa, because I think that it will be somewhat of a rough season for Gerrard, but I think he has to get all these new signings to click, because Villa have invested in that squad. They've invested. They brought in the likes of Diego Carlos from Sevilla. They brought in the likes of Philippe Coutinho. They brought in the likes of Luca Digne. So they brought in players. They've signed Matty Cash to a brand new contract. Same with Emi Martinez. You have the likes of Douglas Luiz for at least another season. Babacar Kamara free. John McGinn, great player. Still have Leon Bailey, who I think give him another year. I think he could do well. Danny Ings, Ollie Watkins. You have a good squad there, and I think Steven Gerrard should try and target at least top half of the table with that squad. That squad for me is good enough to finish top half. It's whether they can click and play together or not.
Yeah. The main reason I've put them there is because of Gerrard. I just don't rate him as a manager. Man lost like 7 games in a row.
He had a very poor end to the season, and it somewhat went under the radar. People weren't really talking about it.
Yeah. But Rush, your 13th?
For my 13th, I'm going to go with Brighton.
Brighton. Okay. Yeah.
And I was actually going to say that was going to be my 12th team, or my team in 12th, because for me, I think the way Graham Potter he's handled losing players, like he lost Ben White, he's now lost Basuma, he'll definitely lose Cucurella. He's the kind of coach and manager that he's basically revolutionized teams playing the bottom half. You've seen the way that Brighton play football, and I think he's a very good system, a very attractive style of football. And you've seen what he's done. He's taken players like, Tarek Lamptey, for example, from Chelsea. Good prospect. But wasn't all that great. Wasn't all that great, but wasn't really. No one really saw anything special in him. He's gone to Brighton, £2.5 million, and he's been. Brighton haven't looked back. I think that Brighton spend their money very well on the majority of the time. You look at the likes of when they brought in Basuma, and you look how much it's going for now. The likes of Casado, Ecuadorian midfielder that they have, I think he's going to be the Basuma replacement. So I think that Brighton's in 12th for me, just to give a bit of heads up there. And I think the way Brighton play will be why they will finish above Aston Villa. Marginally.
Before me and Brush give our 12 predictions, I want to welcome Lewis to the stream, Aston Villa fan and proud City supporter. Lewis, how are you doing?
Apart from my voice, big croaky, so ignore that.
Yeah. But yeah, me and Brush, we will do our 12.
I'm gonna go with Leeds.
Leeds
in 12.
Wow.
Why Leeds? I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Well, I was looking at the rest of the table and I can't put them any higher. And I figured I still had them to cross off.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. I've gone with Wolves in 12. I just don't think I can put them any higher. But Lewis, can you just quickly go through your 20th to 12?
Oh God. Hang on. I actually have not thought about this, but okay. Well, I can tell you bottom of the league. That's Bournemouth.
Okay, just hold on. Okay.
I think that one's been unanimous so far.
Yeah, except I am the only one that hasn't gone with them in 20. Yeah, go on, Lewis.
19th. Oh God. This one, it may come to a shock, I'm gonna say Brentford.
Brentford. Fair enough. 18th.
No, hang on. Put Fulham 19th, Hannah,
Yeah.
and Brentford 18th.
Brentford 18th.
Yeah.
Okay, so just to switch them around. Okay, yeah. 17th.
Southampton.
Southampton. Okay. 16th.
Nottingham Forest.
Okay, Forest. 15th.
Let me check the league. Palace.
Alice.
Yep.
Okay. I need to ask you some questions about two of these predictions. Yeah. But yeah, go on.
Everton.
14. Everton. Okay. And 13th. I know you want to say Villa. No.
Jesus. Brighton.
Brighton. Okay. And in 12th.
Leeds.
Leeds. Okay. Okay. Before I ask you some questions, I want to know where you have put two teams. They I think David said 12 Brighton. Fair enough. Nick says his full table prediction: City first, Chelsea second, Liverpool
Chelsea
third.
second.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
agree. Tottenham fourth, United fifth, Arsenal sixth, Newcastle seventh, Leicester eighth, Wolves ninth, Aston Villa 10th, Forest 11th, Southampton what 12th, Everton 13th, Palace 14th, Brentford 15th, Brighton 16th, Fulham 17th, and then Leeds 18th, and I might have missed a number in between. You guys can see it. Leeds and Bournemouth the bottom two. Kenny says, well at 20th.
And Kenny, I say, United. Yeah.
Bobby says that's okay in law. Bobby says first City. You want to beat Chelsea second, Lewis?
No. Because it won't happen.
Okay. Let's hear. Okay, 11th. Wait, now I must just. Okay, so this is grass. Okay. Don't have it the wrong way around. Okay. So 11th starts off with Davai. Your prediction for 11th. Davai, you there? Okay.
Just thinking. 11th, I'll say it's a toss-up between Leicester and Wolves. I'll say Wolves in 11th, and I'll say Leicester in 10th.
Okay. 11th Brush.
Leicester City for 11.
Okay. I agree with Leicester City. There, I agree with you. Lewis, 11th.
Wolves.
Wolves. Okay. Uh, uh, mm, David says Villa in 11th. Yeah. Like I said, I just don't rate Steven Gerrard as manager, so that's why I put him 13th.
Are you choking?
But I
Have you
don't
seen the
rate
signings
him.
we made? Have you seen the signings we made?
Ooh. Who you signed? Probably a bunch of nobodies.
Who have we signed? Coutinho,
Yeah.
Kamara.
Yeah.
Coutinho permanently, Diego Carlos, Robin
Yeah,
Olsen, free.
Maybe we have that Augustine guy, which I don't really get that,
Yeah.
but you know,
Okay.
move.
No, I
It's
could
the
see it. No, I understand it. Cover for left back.
Yeah, I understand it because you're on a target, but when Sevilla fans are happy that you're leaving, don't really know what that makes of it.
I think you need someone there, so that makes sense.
Yeah, but we also brought Young back, so that could be another combination. He's a bit old, so
I still like seeing Tyron Mings at center back. I fancy that very much.
no,
yes.
I don't. Not at all. Not at all.
I think Tyron Mings is a great center back, and he definitely justifies all of his England call-ups. I think him
Yeah.
and like when I see that a cheeky back three of Harry Maguire, Connor Cody, and Tyron Mings, I know our defense is in safe hands.
I now know he's taking a mic.
Yeah. But Nick says good choice, Lewis. Oh wait.
Um,
Come on. Bobby says second Liverpool,
Arsenal
third
8th.
Spurs, 4 United, 5th Chelsea, 6th West Ham, 7th Newcastle, 8th Arsenal. Bobby, why do you have United above us? That's my only question. They got Maguire at the back, so please, why? And he prays that Arsenal finish 11th. Pray. Elias has gone mad. He's gone and put Chelsea 10th. Nick just laughing. Did you see? Did you just say Tyron Mings is the best centre back? It's just taking the mic. Elias. Liverpool are winning the league. No, they're not. No, they're not. And
I like how
they-
someone took me seriously when I said when I said Tyron Mings is the best center back. Yes, he
I
definitely
don't
is.
want him anywhere near my team. I'm so glad he's been stripped of the captaincy.
Who's the
Now,
new captain now? Of
John
Villa,
McGinn.
is it? Oh, okay.
Begin. Now sit him on that bench and have either the partnership of Diego Carlos and Callum Chambers or Diego Carlos and Ezri Konsa.
Callum Chambers.
He's a solid
Callum
centre back.
Chambers. Callum Chambers.
Callum Chambers. Okay. But before we go for a long bit, 10th. I'll start with Lewis. Right? The-
I like that comment.
Lewis,
Yeah, I think
10th.
that's. I do think he should follow Chukwuemeka to Chelsea. Who
No.
wanted game time but has gone to Chelsea. It makes sense. Makes so much sense.
Anyways,
Lewis,
we're on
10th.
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 Leicester.
Who have you even got left?
Leicester and 10th for me.
Okay, where is this you? Yeah, this
Oh, no.
is you. Leicester. Okay. I've gone with Crystal Palace.
10th.
10th. And mind you, neither as Brush or Davai mentioned Palace. So you're the only one on this panel that has mentioned Palace. Um, yeah.
Only
Brush
I
your
might
10th.
just has to know.
Yeah, I had Palace in mind for 10th as well, Hannah.
Okay.
This is just a rough prediction. This is just like
I had Palace higher than that.
Okay. Lewis, your 10th.
I don't know. This is just a rough prediction. Like just no drafting. But I'm trying to figure out
Come
how
on,
left.
put Villa there. No way Villa getting top 9. No way.
Yeah, it's whatever's and wouldn't shock me. I mean, it might get a bit high, but I can't see it. I don't know. It depends. 'Cause I think if West Ham, not West Ham, Leicester lose, like they're meant to be losing, maybe. But like I said, this is a rough, and I'll go into more detail after this, and I'll sort things out in the next few days and come with an official one, and I'll send that to you when I know it.
Yeah. What are you going for?
Villa.
Villa. Okay. Brush.
I've got West Ham 9th.
9. Where's Villa? Right? Where's Villa? 9th? You've West Ham. Yes. Unless I've missed your Villa prediction. 9 for me, Brighton. Might be a bit high, but looking at all the others, I don't see. The only one I see might be getting 9th is Villa, but the rest I don't think will get. But 9 for you, Davai.
9th, it's a toss up between Palace and Newcastle. I'll go Newcastle for 9th.
Newcastle. Let me just. And yours, Lewis?
Leicester.
Leicester. Okay. Brush.
This is
8th.
8th place.
Yeah.
Newcastle
Top 8.
for me. Yeah, Newcastle for me.
Newcastle. Oh my. Wait. Okay. Say nothing. I've said nothing. 8th, I have gone with West Ham. In 8th. So yeah. Davai.
In 8th, I'm going Crystal Palace.
Okay. Lewis, you said. What did you say for 9th? You said Leicester, right?
In 9th, yeah.
Okay. And Davai, you said Newcastle.
Yes.
Okay. I wrote for Lewis. I wrote Leicester City. No, Newcastle.
What?
Okay. 8th, Davai, for you. Sorry. You
Crystal
said
Palace. Crystal Palace in 8th.
Palace top 8 and 9. Let me just fix this. Okay. 8th, Lewis.
Newcastle.
Newcastle. Okay. Okay. 7th. Brush?
Aston Villa.
Okay. Thank you. You didn't put Villa in the top 6.
Mhm.
I was like, if you put Villa's top 6, I should be worried. 7 for me is Crystal Palace. Not Crystal Palace, sorry. Newcastle for me. 7. Davai, your 7.
West Ham.
West. Um, from. Oh, wait. Okay, I will deem it. Prime. I. The game is prime. Yeah, okay, Lewis, your
West
7th.
West Ham.
Okay. Prime, I have deemed you the link. I've deemed you the link on Twitter. 7th, West Ham. Okay, 6, Brush.
Arsenal.
Arsenal, okay. Arsenal. Okay, this Brush. And this is Deva. Deva, your 6.
Chelsea.
Oh my days. Oh my
If they, and here's why. If Chelsea have the squad that they do as of right now, I mean, it could easily change, but as of right now, I'm not convinced by Chelsea. As you know, they made signings like Raheem Sterling and Kalidou Koulibaly, and I just think that they're low on center backs, and they're trying to ship out players like Levi Colwill, a very promising young player who can learn off the likes of Koulibaly and Thiago Silva and Cesar Azpilicueta, shipping out the likes of Malang Sarr, and you're already low on center backs. So, and Malang Sarr did a decent job last season, had a decent season
decent.
last season in terms of what I've seen of him. So, some people may not rate him, but you don't have someone else. So, unless if you bring in someone else, then I don't see why you get rid of them. I think your midfield is aging. As great as Conte is, he's getting older and more injury prone. Less
They're just
mobile.
playing Kenny Craig from Villa today, so that's another young addition.
But look, I see the comments saying I'm deluded and whatnot, and I've said several times that things can change. As of right now, I'm not convinced by Chelsea. Things can definitely change though. For me, it was a toss up between Chelsea and Manchester United for that 6th spot. I just think United have momentum have some sort of momentum going into the season. To just trying to explain why I have my predictions where they're at, rather than just being called deluded for nothing. But if by the end of the window Chelsea have strengthened in all areas, again, that could very well change.
Yeah,
Manchester United needs strengthening. They 100% do. If Chelsea strengthen in the midfield, they strengthen in their attack again, and if they get in a center back like the likes of Wesley Fofana, they could easily finish top 4. But if we're saying, because it's hard to do these predictions when the transfer window is still going on and when teams can still make signings, and that can definitely change. So, when one calls me deluded, you have to take a look at what's going on as of right now. Conte is one of the best in the world. He is, but
he has not
slower.
been.
Football's evolving.
Died down.
I like Conte. He's a phenomenal player, but his legs are his legs are gone. They're getting older. As much as I like N'Golo Kante, and he's a great player, as I've said many, many times, phenomenal player. One of the best in the world in the last 5-6 years in his position. Phenomenal player, world class, but he's getting older. He's getting injury prone. Jorginho, other than taking penalties, so I'm not too convinced by Jorginho as well. I do like him. He's a decent player, but I just don't think he's a whole lot other than that. So
Yeah.
for now, I see Chelsea in 6th, but that could easily switch. That's not set in stone.
Yeah. So yeah.
It'd be
Lewis?
a lot easier to do these predictions after the window is done, because then you can see the squads are set for the season. You know what each club has going into the season, because there's not going to be significant changes once the season starts. So, or once September hits, I should say. So, as I said so many times, if Chelsea make those signings, they could easily finish top 4. Easily. But what I've seen so far, I'm not amazingly convinced by Chelsea. So
I don't think so, but it's your opinion. I just don't think we will end up in 6, but yeah, we maybe not. It's tough. Lewis, your 6?
because you look at the way it's sort of falling apart right now at Chelsea, like no one wants to go to Chelsea right now. I mean, Kunde has said no. Like, one can't say I'm wrong in terms of they've made 2 good signings, but they need more. Chelsea need more than Raheem Sterling and Koulibaly. They need more than that.
But I've got Prime in the building. Yo,
Hello?
Prime. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys? How are you going?
How's it going, Prime?
I'm good.
Feels strange without seeing you without your glasses, bro.
Yeah, well, predictions.
Yeah. That's Prime. Your 20th.
My what?
Your prediction.
For every team. I don't have every team.
No, just like the table.
I don't have a prediction for every team. And I have for top 6.
Okay, then we will do. Okay, you're 6.
City win the league, Liverpool 2nd.
No, don't give that. Just put 6th place. What do you have in 6?
Oh, go from 6th to 1st. Okay.
Yeah, 6 to 1st.
Arsenal 6th.
Okay. Then we'll go. Brush, your 5th.
Man United 5th.
I have gone for United also in 5th. I said 6th. I said Arsenal. So me and Brush agree on our first picks for top 6. Yeah. Deva, you?
I agree. United in 5th. I don't think Man United will get top 4.
Wait, hold on. Dave, where did you say Chelsea would finish?
6.
I said as of for now, but that can easily change. And people are saying that's what I'm set on. But as I've said so many times, it's like I'm a broken record at this point. If Chelsea make the signings that they do, they could easily finish top 4. Easily.
I think even if we don't make any signings, we'll easily finish top 4. Top 4 is not that hard of an achievement to get.
I mean, it is and it isn't. But I think when I look
It
at last
isn't.
season,
We did
I
it
think
last season.
well, you did it last season, but it
And
wasn't
season
entirely
before.
convincing the way you finished. And
It
I know I'm
wasn't-
on the clock for how
It
awful
wasn't
of a
convincing.
season,
Well, we were terrible in the second half of the season, and we still finished top 4 comfortably.
because the teams below you were basically just fighting it out for fourth, and to be real, they weren't going to, in terms of the points tally, they weren't going to really come all that close to Chelsea anyways. So Chelsea,
Are you sure? Because there was a period during the season where people were saying Arsenal could overtake Chelsea. This is how
No.
bad we were performing.
I've not in my life have thought that at all.
Well, I'm not
I've
saying
never
you thought
seen
that.
that.
I'm saying that was a general consensus. Look,
No.
I mean, it's your opinion. It's your opinion. But I think Chelsea will comfortably finish in the top 4. Like, I don't
I
think
could be
it's
wrong,
hard.
and if I'm wrong, look, all my hands up. I'm wrong if I get that one wrong, but assuming Chelsea do sign the players that they do, I would have Chelsea in 4th, and I'd have Arsenal in 5th, and United in 6th. But I'm looking at the squad as of right now, and that's why I said that if we had done this on September 1st, I think everyone will be a lot more confident of their predictions. Because no one's coming in, no one's going out the door. A month
I
into
mean, you
the
say
season.
that, but you can still make signings in January.
True, but hugely significant signings, maybe it's not that common. But
I mean, Spurs bought Kulusevski, and that basically helped them secure top 4. Two seasons ago, Man United bought Bruno Fernandes, and that helped them secure top 4.
I guess so. But again, it's one of those signings where you don't see clubs spending excess of 60 million, 50 million in players in January. It's just not a common thing. It can happen. I'm not saying it's entirely out of the realm of possibilities, but it's not.
Chelsea picked up Pulisic in Jan.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm not saying we should spend. I'm not saying we should spend in excess. I'm talking about you can find players that can help you achieve your objectives in January if you're smart.
Yeah, you make a good point there.
Also, because I know I came in late, but I have to leave and do something else. So I'm sorry I can't stay, Hanno. But I'm very interested. If it's okay, can I get Can I get Davies top 6? I'm just very curious to what it is. I know this is not how the show's meant to go, but I'm just very curious.
Top 6.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
If we're saying the squads of right now, are we saying that these squads are the squads that are set for at least for the first 6 months?
I don't know. It's predictions are predictions.
There you go. So it's not as easy as some people can make it. As of right now, I have United in 5th, Arsenal in 4th, Tottenham 3rd, Liverpool 2nd, and City winning the league. As of right now, but that could easily change.
Okay.
Okay, interesting. All right, cool. All right, I'll give mine before I leave. Arsenal 6th, United 5th. City win the league. Liverpool 2nd, and Chelsea and Spurs take the rest of the top 4 spots. I don't really care, honestly, where we finish in the top 4. As long as we're there, that's the minimum expectation.
I need a prediction. Go for 3rd for Chelsea.
You mean 3rd or 4th?
I'll say 3rd because I'm a Chelsea fan, but I don't care if we finish 4th. As long as we're in the top 4 as a bare minimum, I don't care because we're not winning the league.
No one's going to get near Liverpool and City. It's not going to happen.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
Okay. If Prime, you got to jump off.
Yeah, do I need to give any other predictions, or is that cool? Is that it?
Yeah, that's cool.
Right, cool.
Yeah. Okay. Where do you have Villa? Where do you have them?
Aston Villa.
Yeah, Villa.
I don't know. Where did they finish last season?
Lewis, where did you finish last
14?
season?
I think 14th.
14th.
Yeah, 14th.
I think they'll finish sixth. I think they'll finish 15th, and Gerrard gets sacked.
Wow. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, Lewis. Wait, Prime. Shout out your socials.
That's my right there. So just follow me on socials and stuff. Sorry I couldn't stay longer, but I will be on Hanno channel next time. Make sure you
Yeah.
guys subscribe.
Yeah, we got Prime link to all his socials and everything in the description. You guys can check this out. Peace. Okay, Lewis, your fifth prediction.
As of right now, Chelsea.
Chelsea. Okay, wait. Okay, you. Okay. Fourth. I have gone for Chelsea in fourth. Brush.
Yeah, Chelsea in fourth for me as well.
Arsenal. Arsenal fifth. Sorry, Brush. He says. Wait, David, have you mentioned United yet? Oh, you put them six. Fifth you have gone for. Fourth you have gone for what? Chelsea. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. As anyone, Brush, me, Brush and Lewis, do you guys have Spurs in third, or Liverpool in third, or City in third? Where do you guys have them?
Spurs in third.
Yeah, I've got Spurs in third.
Okay, and the top two, anyone disagreeing with City first, Liverpool second?
Nope. That's where I was going.
Yeah.
Lewis saying?
Yeah.
Lewis,
They're just the league ahead of each other, aren't they? Let's be real.
yeah. Your third, your fourth, sorry, Lewis. It's Arsenal,
Arsenal
right?
fourth. Arsenal fourth, yeah.
Okay. Arsenal fourth, third, you have gone for Spurs, and we know the rest. Second,
Chelsea won't Walker Peters.
oh, yeah, maybe. Bobby, no, never happening. If we finish sixth, we will still beat you guys twice. Beat you home and away. Doesn't matter. we will always beat Spurs. So
Yep, true.
Don't you guys call it 3-point lane? I know.
yeah, 3 points lane. Easy, easy. This is your prediction. Just get another one for third. Third, you said Tottenham, right? Yeah, Tottenham. While I write these down, your Golden Boot predictions.
Oh, God.
I
Dave,
have
I will
two that are in the back of my mind right now.
Dave, are yours?
For me, it's going to be between Harry Kane or Heung-min Son.
Okay. Drew, who are you going for? I need a.
Salah's in the conversation as well. but I think he also needs supporting cast around him. As good of a player as he is, he's a phenomenal player. I just think when I think of ruthless, pure goal scoring, that is Harry Kane. And you look at the likes of Heung-min Son. For me, he should have won the Golden Boot outright. I know that Salah and Son were tied, but you look at how many penalties Mohamed Salah scored last season. Son scored none whatsoever. So I think the Premier League should introduce some sort of rule where if it's a draw for the Golden Boot, if two are tied for first, it should be like whoever scores less penalties or something like that. But Salah's in the conversation, but probably between Harry Kane and Heung-min Son, one of those two.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm going with Harry Kane in Rush.
I'm going for Mo Salah.
Okay. I think Lewis is just busy. Yeah. It's okay. Lewis, your Golden Boot.
I think Haaland will be up there. Nunes will be up there. Kane will be up there. Overall, you know what? I know he hasn't had a good pre-season, but I've got a feeling he'll just come alive this season. Haaland.
Okay. Of course, Lewis said Haaland first in Golden Boot. Where does everyone think Nunes and Haaland will fit? How many goals do I think they will get? Lewis, while you said Haaland to be first, how many goals do you reckon Nunes will get?
I've said it to my mates. Between 10 and 15. Yeah, for Nunes.
Okay. Devi?
I'll say, because you have the likes of Andrew Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold crossing, so he'll be in zero shortage of service. He'll get service from the flanks, so that should not be concern to him. He will score goals. I think anyone who goes in up front will score goals because you have those two outside backs basically crossing the ball into the box for fun. So I'd probably say no more than 15.
Okay, no more than 15. Rush?
I think 15 goals is a reasonable expectation from both of them this season. In their,
£85 million. Let's not forget.
In their debut Premier League season. Obviously, both teams have options, which is why I wouldn't go much higher than that. They will be rotated out. Obviously, Liverpool have got Bobby Firmino and Jota as well, who can come in. And City don't need a striker. They've won back-to-back titles with no striker, so Haaland really is a luxury. Yeah, obviously Haaland, I would say, has the potential to really, set things alight just due to the service he will get. But yeah, I think about 15 is reasonable to expect from both of them.
Yeah, I have gone for both of them. I am predicting both of them will get under 10 goals.
Whoa.
I know it's a shock. It's just my gut feeling.
I think you've been watching Kai Havertz a bit too much, my friend.
No, you didn't watch.
Or should we say Lukaku and Timo Werner instead?
Yeah, as I say, why not? One.
Yeah. But where do you guys Haaland, how many goals do you guys reckon he will get? I know Brass had this prediction. Levi and Lewis.
I'm trying to think how many can win the blooming thingy with then. What was the Golden Boot last season?
It was between Mohamed Salah and Heung-min Son for the Golden Boot. They both
Yeah, I know
level on 22.
22.
And then third was Ronaldo on 18, and then Kane on 17. But also keep in mind that Kane slept half the season.
Mm-hmm.
So otherwise, he really would have been up there.
I'm going to say 20's going to be enough to win it this year.
Okay. Eva, your Haaland prediction?
I'll say at least 15. At least. I think he'll get more goals than Nunez. Because I think he's more of a complete striker than Nunez. It's more proven than Nunez. As I said, I think Nunez will get no more than 15. I think Haaland will at least get 15.
Okay. Enough.
Especially with the creativity surrounding Haaland with the likes of Mars, Phil Foden, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, with the likes of João Cancelo, Kyle Walker bombing down the flanks. So the way City moves the ball out of the back. So you have players that can get you the ball. You have the best attacking midfielder in the world supplying you. So I think that'll be to his advantage.
David says, wasn't it 23? It was in that region, 22, 23, 24. It was in that region. Bobby says Haaland will get goals. I say around 15. Nunes will flop less than 10. Wow. Okay.
You got to think as well. You got to think as well. Nunes probably won't play every minute of every game. You probably expect Haaland to more or less play more or less every minute of every game. Because who else are they going to put up front? If
it's Pep though, isn't it? So you can never bet against Pep roulette.
Yeah, that is Pep.
We might see Jack Grealish up there for all we know.
Yeah.
I hope not. He's not a striker.
Yeah. Thank you to everyone that's joined the stream. It was absolute blast. I think almost 20 likes on the stream. Big up everyone. And for joining, big up big up Brush, big up Prime, big up Lewis for joining. Honestly, it was fun. Enjoyed it. And big up everyone. Like it says down there below. Like, subscribe to everyone. Subscribe here. Then go around to Deva's channel. This channel, I know Brush doesn't have a channel, but go follow me on Twitter. All the links are in the description, and Prime is also in the description. I will start off with Brush. Where can people find you?
On Twitter at Brushy87. Outside of that, I kind of just float around YouTube.
Yeah. Devi?
You can find my channel on Instagram at PR Primetime. Subscribe to my channel, Premier League Primetime. It is on YouTube. We are also on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So check us out there.
Yeah, his Instagram is also there. Lewis, there.
Perry Sports on YouTube. That's my
Yeah, that's his channel. Go subscribe to everyone's channel.
Hanno, are we going to be revisiting these predictions at the end of the season?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Definitely. I'll just somewhere make a note why add on. Bobby says we'll join you tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Tomorrow, 3:30 p.m. UK time, I got a stream. Also, that's part 2 of the Premier League season predictions. I have another panel, and then 7 p.m. UK time tomorrow, I got Premier League season predictions part 3. So yeah, it's going to be fun to see where is everyone and place them tomorrow night is a jam-packed one. I can't wait for tomorrow's. If you tune into this one, you have to tune into tomorrow's one. That's a big time guest coming on, and I have found a City fan that is coming on. That's a spoiler. I have a City fan coming on. I know they are to find around, yeah, but I have found one. So yeah, big up everyone for joining. Like I said, like the stream, subscribe, and go around. Follow everyone on their Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and everything.